Hello everyone. An average of 3,379 apps are added every day on the Google Play Store. The number of apps on Google Play Store alone was 3.48 million as of the first quarter of 2021. Let's take a deeper look at the percentage of apps that are successful and why. Welcome to In 2020 alone, Google Play users worldwide downloaded 108.5 billion mobile apps. This was up from 76 billion apps in 2018. This is around 43% of growth. As per Google Play Store app statistics, Google Play Store earned 38.6 billion in 2020. It has seen a 167% increase in revenue over 4 years. But what are the metrics to measure the success of apps? It's hard to measure the success of an app by just a few parameters, as we can't calculate the revenue on downloads and ratings. Many apps are targeting niche audience to create revenue. Most of the apps serve as a front for a startup with multiple revenue models. But we can easily identify common failure parameters and how to avoid them to increase your chances of success. A successful app definitely listens to users' needs. The apps are made for end users and their needs. Before you start an app or a startup, this is my humble request to always listen to users. Focus on your target group of users. Separate your users into separate groups known as personas. Give those unique and cool characteristics. Walk in their shoes. Assume their needs and wants. Now ask quantitative questions to real people with similar characteristics. Get answers. Once your queries are solved, conclude. This will help you in the next step. Finding the gap in market. The market gap will be identified by the conclusions of the answers. If users are missing something that is not being offered in the market, and there you have it, your market gap. Various ways to identify market gap includes various aspects of finding a gap. The leading way is listen to your users closely. If they want it, it will sell. Don't create a market to sell your product. Instead, sell the product that the market needs. Focusing on niche. This is a cake. You can eat the entire cake, but you lack the appetite to eat it entirely. What would you do? Cut it into pieces. Have a small bite now. Eat regularly until your appetite increases. Eventually, you will eat it all. Exactly how the market works. Focus on a concentrated niche of people. Target those, win them over. Eventually, increase your funnel until you grab a substantial share to survive in your market sector. As a classic example, Amazon started as a book retailer. Now it sells every other thing. Sometimes products that are patented by other name under its label as well. Executing consistently. People share ideas regularly. Every other person has a golden idea moment. What differentiates you from them is execution. Consistent efforts and modification based on users' feedback are essential. Undoubtedly, an agile methodology is born and widely implemented in most corporates and startups alike. Users are heard, and after various failures, the era is emerging as a user-centric, outside-in system. A constant effort towards your idea may lead to bigger chances of success. As the market is cyclic, it's very difficult to time the market. But staying in the market and surviving for a majority of the time will make you self-sustained or worthy of funding. Small steps will lead you to a bigger goal. Trying the loose ends. A very important lesson learned while reaching your goal is that users can roam directionlessly and reach nowhere, or worse, end up in a cliff and quit coming back into your system. To avoid this, make sure all the directions are placed neatly in the form of useful hints and alerts. This will help the majority of users to follow a set path and end up fulfilling their goals. Even after providing a guided way, if a user deviates and end up in an edge case scenario, provide a solution below the error state to avoid dropping him out of your app. The seamless the experience, the better user retention. The more stickiness, the less money spent to get them back in the system or advertise, and spend money on retaining existing users. When an app designer starts designing an app, it takes a lot of research and hard work. Thankfully, clicking the like button is easier and will help us generate great content to fast track your work of creation. So kill the like button for good design's sake. Giving a little extra. After you end up in a usable product that caters to the gap in the market, it's time to step up your game. Add some wow factor in terms of gamification or micro interactions. Remember, the definition of joy is universal. A physical slot machine can be replicated by the device with a similar vibrating job and sound to give you the thrill of gambling. By adding a little extra to your product, you will be differentiated in the market. Differentiation will create a habit. A habit are hard to be broken. A difference between just another app and a brand, users will retain the experience. Never stop iterating. Iteration is a part and parcel of the product's life cycle. Users get bored of mundane and non-changing experiences. Variety is a spice of life, so keep an additional spice and upgrading your experience to stay in the competition. A product is iterated often to reach the final goals. So does its design and user experience. If we proceed gradually and change user journeys with time, the learning curve can be shortened and new behavioral changes can be accomplished seamlessly. As they say, change is the only constant. But you need good research and reasoning to change a good product into better. Multivariant testing helps. Slowly and gradually, be the app your neighbors want to use. Start small, win the world. We are constantly looking for feedback in the comment section below. Do subscribe, share in your circle, stay judgmental, be judgmental, and don't forget to press the bell icon.